about that time. Thank you so much for downloading today's episode of the Red Pill Investor. My name is John Ashley, a pseudonym of a realtor here in the great state of Arizona, here to help you with your real estate sales skills. Why? It's just my way to pay it forward for all the people who've given me the tips, the tricks, the things to say to get the contract signed when I needed it the most. Their only request of me? Well, just pay it forward, and this is my opportunity to you, the listener, in the hopes that one day you'll pay it forward in your way. That way we'll keep this community alive and kicking. And boy, I sure do appreciate you downloading today's episode of the Red Pill Investor. And I'll do my very best to go ahead and give you the best content I can in the time you've given me. And thank you so much. So today I'm coming to you live and direct from the backyard. It is a gorgeous day here in southern Arizona. And I've been watching the news, and I can see that a lot of my fellow Red Pill investors are covered in feet of snow. And man, I feel sorry for you. So if you could just, if you want, listen into the background. There's the birds chirping. It's a beautiful sunny day. So I want to share that with you. And today, in today's message, episode 399, good gracious, that is a lot of podcasts. Wow, I can't even imagine we're at this point. But what we're going to talk about are 6 reasons to develop lifetime customers. I want to give you 6 really powerful reasons why you need to start to develop your lifetime customers. See, now I know in wholesaling and real estate, there's a lot of noise being made about branding yourself or, getting vanity numbers or creating this aura of being a major player, a major team in your town. I mean, it's been around in real estate circles as real estate agents and wholesalers, I'm sure, for quite some time. The truth is, however, to build a successful real estate business that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg to run, well, you got to develop a customer base. I mean, a long-term, trusting customer base, right? Now, there's 6 very specific reasons why you want to strengthen and build and develop that center of influence, okay? Now, if you're new and nobody's ever talked to you about what a center of influence is, essentially your center of influence are the people in your life who know, like, and trust you, right? Who know, like you, or trust you one way or the other. It might be your barber, your mechanic, person at the PTA, your friend, whoever it is. Those people are your center of influence. And the greater you build that, the greater you strengthen it, right? The 6 reasons why you want to do that is going to make you more money. And I'm going to show you how. So if you've got a pen and you've got a piece of paper, I want you to write down the first benefit of developing a lifetime customer base, right? The first benefit. Less time doing intense prospecting in the future. You'll spend less time doing intense prospecting in the future. Now, let's just be honest. It's not a lot of fun to call people you don't know. I get it. Calling for sale by owners, calling expired listings, calling canceled listings, calling for rent by owners. Those people do not always, seem to you to be the highest use of your time. I get it. However, that's the fastest way to get a paycheck. If you're looking for somebody who's motivated to sell, those are the people to look for because they're saying that they've thought about it, right? So if you want to get paid fast, you got to call those people. But I get that it's not a lot of fun calling them. But think about it this way. The for sale by owners, the expireds, the bandit sign calls, whatever it is of today are tomorrow's past clients. Those are going to be the people who are going to refer business to you in the future. Once you get through this transaction, they're going to love it so much. They're going to love you so much. They're going to refer their friends and family to you. As your center of influence grows through daily efficient prospecting, they're going to act as your bird dog army, letting you know of potential deals. That's just the first benefit. I got 5 more. Here's the second one. The second benefit. If you got a pen, write this down. More calls coming to you instead of chasing them. More calls coming to you instead of chasing them. Listen, there is nothing better than when a friend refers you. Okay, it's a slam dunk, right? That's head of lettuce business, right? That's if you want it. It gives you the options. You can decide if you want that business or not. You don't have to take it. It didn't cost you anything to get it. It didn't take you any time, and you can reject it if you like. Just do it nicely. He gives you options. That's the second benefit. Business coming to you. The third benefit. Less energy being spent every day to develop new business, which leaves more time to prepare. Less energy being spent every day to develop new business, which leaves more time to prepare. Now let's just be honest, okay? If you think that you can just waltz in to a seller's home, these days, and get a contract signed just like that, okay, you're delusional. I've been in enough sellers' homes to know. People do not sign with the person who wants it. They sign with the person who earns it. And how you earn it is through your presentation. You see, they're buying a service from you. When they're selling their home to you in a wholesale deal, they're purchasing a service. Fast cash, quick close, no repairs, no questions, blah, 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 blah. That's why we're selling it so low. That's our purchase. That's what they're purchasing from you. Okay? And if you are going to get them to buy into that, preparation is the key to a great presentation. You got to know the comparables. You got to know the objections. I mean, think about it. Let's just reason together for a minute. Let's assume that you go in, you've called it for sale by owner, you've called it expired, whatever it is, the lead, and you found out that, yes, they're willing to sell. So you pre-qualify them using the red pill sales scripts that we have for free for you, and you know all about what they're considering. You know their objections in advance, what their concerns are. And now you have the ability to practice and role play because you're not spending tons of time. Now listen, I don't know if you're new in this business or not, but chances are you don't have a ton of time. And if you don't have a ton of time, the less time you have to spend prospecting to get a new lead, the more time you can spend getting good for the appointments that you do get. Listen, the less time you have to spend looking for business, the more prepared you are to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And guess what? You just ran out of bubble gum. Point number 4, the fourth benefit. Less stress and a higher quality of life. Less stress and a higher quality of life. Listen, if you're getting into the real estate business, if there's one thing I learned doing 75 deals a year with one assistant, okay, that's stressful. It's stressful because new business doesn't know or trust you as much as existing business will, right? People you've done business with, people you've got referred to by people you've, past clients, things like that. Existing business will tell them how you work. It changes the perspective if they know in advance how you work, or maybe they warned you. Maybe they warned them about you, right? Hey, yeah, listen, I know, he's a little rough around the edges, but guess what? He's really good at what he does, right? Listen, existing business will tell them. That way, you don't have to worry about the stress. The fifth benefit, and this is probably one of the most powerful ones: easier presentations, easier closing for signatures. Listen, it's easier to present with authority if your friends have already pre-sold you. If your past clients have already pre-sold them on the bet, oh my God, you got to use him. He is really good. Listen, I know, you got to sell that property and it's really tough, but listen, you got to use my friend. He's really good at this and he can help you, right? Closing is a natural conclusion when they feel like they can believe and trust you. Sales is a transference of belief, and they've already been pre-sold. They got that belief and trust from their friends, and now you're the benefit of it. You can feel a sense of confidence when you know you've got an advantage. The sixth benefit: more control over your business. Listen, the more you grow and develop your center of influence, the more referrals you're going to get. The more referrals you get, the easier it is to control your time, okay? People will wait to see you, okay? Listen, your business is always out of control when you have to fight to get it. If it's you're always going after new business, then you have to adjust your life, your time schedule, and your being to the way they want it. But if it's existing business, well, then they're willing to wait. When you're competing for A to B contracts, sometimes you got to make multiple trips. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just go ahead and have that confidence, that trust, make one trip, get that deal closed, or get that contract signed? Instead of having to make multiple trips because it's new business and you got to convince them again. What about when dealing with new B2C buyers? If it's a new B2C buyer, you got to explain why it is that the earnest money is $2,500 non-refundable. Wouldn't it be great if you just had referral after referral after referral? Hey, yeah, if you want to buy property, but here's the thing: his referral money is $2,500 non-refundable. That's his thing. You don't have to explain it. See, here's the conclusion, basically. Listen, if you're going to write anything down, understand this: don't buy into the story that you got to be branded to be successful. Okay? The only brand you need to concern yourself with, is the customers and clients you're adding daily to your business. That's your brand. Those people are your brand. What does your brand look like to them? Is it someone who cares? Or is it someone who's in it for the buck? Listen, guys, I hope this was a helpful lesson to you. Work on building that center of influence. Let me know how it goes. And of course, as always, have a powerful sales day. Bye-bye.